Namaste world. Welcome to my channel, and if you are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon and follow me on Instagram. Today's video is all about Areca Palm and the care tips to be taken for Areca Palm. It is known as Dypsis lutescens and it is most commonly known as Areca Palm. So let's begin. Initially started gardening. There was a corner in my house where I wanted to keep a Areca palm, as I knew Areca palms are hardy plants and would require less sunlight. So that's the reason I kept the palm over there. Within few days, to my surprise, it showed its discomfort due to lack of light and other conditions in the house. So I had to move the plant outside so that it grows and thrives better. After all these years of gardening, with respect to Areca palm, I have understood that it requires ample amount of sunlight. So as I have 4 Areca palms, we will be moving ahead and looking at the 5 tips to how to take care of Areca palms. The first one has to be sunlight. So with respect to sunlight, always try to give it indirect sunlight, but it has to be in ample. You cannot keep it in direct sunlight. If you keep it in a direct harsh sunlight, it is going to cause yellowing of leaves for the plant. So always try to keep in a place where it gets ample amount of indirect light, and it has to be very bright. So if you want your plant to thrive properly and have nice luscious green leaves, try to keep it in a bright place, but it should not get direct sunlight, especially the afternoon sunlight, which is very harsh on the plant. Point number 2 that has to be taken care has to be watering. If you understand the water requirement of the plant, half of the problems with respect to this plant gets resolved. We always have to make sure that we only water when the plant is thirsty. If we underwater the plant, it is going to cause dried leaves, and if you overwater the plant, it is going to cause browning of the tips of the plant. In both the cases, it is going to hinder the growth of the plant. So always make sure to poke your finger at least 2 inches deep in the soil and find out whether it is dry, and if you find that it is dry, water it thoroughly so that the water seeps out from the drainage holes. You also have to make sure that if you have cocoa peat in your soil, you have to always check the moisture retention of the cocoa peat and only then water the plant. Point number 3 which has to be taken care is soil. Whenever we get the plant from the nursery, it is usually clay soil, which is very compact and causes discomfort to the plant. So whenever you get a plant of Areca palm from the nursery, let it get accustomed to the environment of your house for a few days, and then make sure to repot it in a nutrient-rich, well-drained soil that will cause the plant to grow nicely and thrive properly and have green leaves. And this is the soil composition that I use especially for my Areca palms. Number 4 or tip number 4 is fertilization. This guy here is a heavy feeder. We have to understand that there has to be some fertilization given to this particular plant at least once a month. It can be a slow release fertilizer like a cow dung or a vermicompost, which gives or helps this plant to grow properly. Point number 5 that has to be taken care are pests and spider mites. The plant itself is very giving to the environment. It looks so beautiful. It is non-toxic. It is an air purifier. But when it comes to the infestation of mealybugs on the plant, you will usually see the plant usually gets infested by mealybugs. So that is the reason whenever you see a mealybug, remove it, spray it with neem oil dissolved in water or soap solution dissolved in water, and wipe off with a cloth. And you also have to make sure that you water the plants properly, because if you go on non-watering the plant for a longer period of time, the dryness also causes the spider mites. So whenever you see that it's very dry, water the plant so that it will revive and it will help itself fight the spider mite infestation. When the plant is sick, you have to make sure that you check the soil, and if it requires repotting, go ahead and do that. Because this is a finicky plant, usually it requires a proper grooming as well, because it happens that you have been taking care of all the points, but still you see sometimes browning of tips, you can go ahead and cut it off or trim it off so that it gives a nice look to the plant.
Washing the plants on a weekly basis also helps in getting rid of spider mites and mealybugs. It also washes away all the dust that sits on the leaves of the plants and hinders its growth. So, giving it a nice bath or just wiping the leaves with water or a soft cloth also helps in keeping the plant clean. If not weekly once, we can actually do it at least once every 2 weeks.
These were the few tips which I had for you guys to take care of your Areca palms. These are beautiful plants and I'm happy to be a plant parent. Thank you. If you like the video, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon and follow me on Instagram. Namaste world.